Climate disclosure of financial institutions relates to making information publicly available on how the activities of financial institutions relate to climate issues. This covers mainly two aspects: an assessment of financial risks and opportunities, and an assessment of how the activities institutions finance contribute positively or negatively to international climate goals, and what climate actions do they take themselves. The aim is to encourage financial institutions to manage their climate-related risks and opportunities, and to increase transparency for all stakeholders, including investors, regulators, and the civil society. France has been the first country to make climate reporting mandatory in 2015. This was done without giving precise guidance on how the requirements should be implemented due to lacking agreed definitions and assessment tools. This has kick-started innovation in terms of the development of dedicated assessment methodologies. Yet climate disclosure of financial institutions in France so far has not yet helped much to increase transparency, because the content published in climate reports is not comparable. In parallel, many voluntary initiatives on a global level are underway, and the European Union is in the process of extending mandatory disclosure across Europe. So many voices call now for standardizing assessment methods in order to improve the comparability of climate reports. Our report makes the case that it is not yet time for standardization, for two reasons. First, there are still no commonly agreed definitions, neither for the main terms used, such as alignment with the Paris Agreement or transition risks, nor for what exactly is the objective of their assessment. Secondly, when looking in detail at the assessment methodologies that we have available today, one can see that there are still a lot of challenges to be overcome and gaps in the analysis to be filled. That is why our report advocates to start with clarifying the definitions and setting minimum requirements for disclosure. These aim to make the reports more understandable, but not yet comparable. Otherwise, there is a risk that we set in stone a standard that analyzes what we are able to analyze today, but that does not necessarily provide an answer to the questions that we are seeking answers to.